Shalom Yasharallah. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Sokal, Halalyam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of GMS Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for the bring forth the 100% truth that are being currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, Tabernacle of David. I'm a brother Kazak, bringing to you a lesson on herb talk dealing with Candida, especially the new variant which was brought out, I believe, in a video yesterday. So let's get a little bit into it to get some understanding, right?
Fungal infection Candida auris that causes severe illness has spread into Massachusetts. Now, a lot of people are concerned as we're hearing that this is a nightmare deadly disease that is spreading and it is in hospitals. I'm going to be sharing with you information directly from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, as they're tracking Candida auris, and I'm going to let you know exactly what you need to know and where this currently is. And I let you know just a couple days ago, take a look at this, the deadly fungal infection.
Yes, a deadly fungal infection that was mentioned in 2023, its early state. It has not stopped. It has continued. It hasn't ceased. So this is what they are referring to, right? But let's continue to get some more understanding before we go into
infection known as Candida auris, with a death rate of 60%, is spreading rapidly in the United States. One concerned doctor described the deadly fungal infection as a nightmare scenario and warned, "We've never had a pathogen like this in the fungal infection area as it spreads across the United States." Now, this was in Washington state. We're now hearing there are several other states where this is popping up, and now it's in Massachusetts. And the concern is that this can be transmitted and is highly contagious, and the way it's transmitted is by touching surfaces, and they're saying that it actually can last on clothes, people's skin, on various surfaces for up to 2 weeks. So this can last quite some time and can spread very rapidly, and they're saying that if you get it, this fungal disease, it's very dangerous. So I'm going to be sharing with you the latest information so that way you can see it for yourself. I'm going to link the articles in the description, put them on the screen, and read right from them so you know the latest. And also, if you missed my live stream yesterday, you might want to check it out, as we've heard no taxes, no federal taxes for Social Security recipients. There is a new piece of legislation that is out in Congress, and they're saying there's bipartisan support. So stick around to the end for some more information on that. But let's go ahead and dive right in. And before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, take a second to hit that like button for me.
I guess the part 2 going to get the information. It doesn't matter, right? Let's continue.
Also, to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification.
All right. So, as you see the information on Candida auris, right? And it has been mentioned that it has not been, I would say, from the information given, that your regular pharmaceutical supplements, your antibiotics, and all these things cannot help you with this situation. And this is why I always say, go back to how Yahweh had created things to begin with. The true way of understanding, the natural way of healing. These remedies that have been brought out time and time again. Now we understand why we are to go back to how the Most High created things. Understand? Better to seek the old parts and seek the parts of Yahweh than to trust Esau and be destroyed. That's the truth. And if you realize, let me go into that a little bit. Maybe this will help you understand. Come back out. Let's go down. It says Candida auris, right? Is a species of fungus that grows as yeast. It is one of the few species of genus Candida, which causes candidas in humans. Often candidiasis is acquainted in hospitals by patients with weakened immune systems. And I go even further. With weakened immune systems, it says C. auris or Candida auris can cause invasive my tongue, I swear. candidiasis, or known as fungina, in which the bloodstream and the central nervous system and internal organs are infected. It has attracted widespread attention because of its multiple drug resistance. The reason why is because Candida is not something to attack and eliminate. I did a lesson on it. Your body tends to create these micro bacteria here, like in a body, which is called Candida at times. It creates that. It's not something to eliminate. These things is caused from people who have a high acidosis level, high acidity level. So in understanding, in order to get rid of these candidas, all you have to do is consume the proper things and clean your body. Cleaning your blood, cleaning, not killing, cleaning your blood and your body helps to carry down the levels of candida, because it increases the pH balance, eliminating what environment candida would live in. That's all you need to do. And from there, when your body begins to register that, over a period of time, you won't have to suffer candida again. Your body will adapt, the immune system will begin to develop itself around it. And that's just where it is. But let's continue. It says, treatment is also complicated because it is easily misidentified as other Candida species. Now let's go a little bit more in depth. A new study finds that the natural compound found in many plants inhibits the growth of Candida, of drug-resistant Candida fungi, including its most. I want to make sure you're hearing this. Including its most virulent species, Candida Auris. We can't make this up. An emerging global health threat. The journal ACS, Infectious Disease, published the discovery led by scientists at Emory University. And as you go further, it says the laboratory dish experiments showed that the natural compound, a water-soluble tannin, aka herbs, let's continue, aka herbs known as PGG, blocks 90% of the growth in 4 different species of Candida fungi. The researchers also discovered how PGG inhibits the growth. It grabs up iron molecules, essentially starving the fungi of its essential nutrients. Of an essential nutrient. And this is the reason why I would always say this. And I hope you all could truly understand now that the true way to deal with it is through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and what He ordained for it to be from the beginning. I'm gonna go back. As He had created as we go to Genesis, right? And the Alahayam said, let the earth bring forth grass and herbs yielding seeds. It's right there. Let's say it again. And the powers, or the Alahayam, said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seeds. and the fruit trees yielding fruits after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seeds after his kind, and the tree yielding fruits, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And the Alahiams saw that it was good. It's good. It was good. You can't make this up. And this is why I continue to put this in other understanding. This is what Yahweh had created for us. And this is the reason why I do this, to make sure that the children of Yasher Allah, which are the Israelites, I want to make sure everything good at all. Now, I can't force all you, but we that have ears to hear, let him hear. If this somehow decided to happen to y'all, you will know exactly what you'll need to do to get rid of it. That is the reality of it. This is the reason why it's being done today. Because we know Esau already had these plans to put things in order, and then we know he has no control over what's going on. If you realize they're operating as though they're panicking as some form of fashion. But anyways, it says, honor a physician with an honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Yahweh had created him. And for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. Now here is the point, which we read in Genesis. And Yahweh created medicines out of the earth, herbs yielding seeds. And Yahweh had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor it, will not abhor them, Salakia. So I'm going to provide a good understanding, right? We're going to go through some Candida information still, because this is an all-round cut to the Candida infection that has been going around, honestly speaking. The herbs that are going to bring forth all the remedies, I would advise you all begin to write these things down. Because as the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And these are the times where you're seeing these things being raised up. So we ought to at least have a form of understanding about it, that we may be able to overcome it. In the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Straight up. So let's go into it. I go more into it. Let me see the right thing. Did I finish that? I think I finished that right. Finish that information right there. Right. So now, if it's this side, no, it's this side. Now let's go into a little bit of information concerning Candida, right? Move this aside. Right. Candida, which as we know as yeast infection, right? It's a and Candida albicans or albicans is a fungus overgrowth. Albicans, like it's a fungus over. If I pronounce it correctly, anyways, it's a fungus overgrowth. So like resulting in infections. It is a yeast-like fungus that normally lives in the digestive and genital tract. You hear that? The fungus moves through the body by traveling with the blood and the lymph fluid. The body normally maintains a balance of fungus, yeast, and bacteria, like I said. This balance becomes disturbed by many factors such as white sugar, synthetic junk food, drugs, antibiotics, allergies, chemotherapy. I hope y'all paying attention to what is being said here. Hypoglycemia, synthetic steroids, birth control pills, meats, synthetic underwear. Damn, I didn't even know that one. Synthetic underwear. It would make sense. It would make sense. All right, synthetic underwear, diabetes, damp, moldy places, dairy foods with yeast in them, and fermented foods, i.e., vinegar, wine, beer, all of which can cause Candida. You can't make this up. Let me read it again. Let me read the part. Synthetic junk foods, drugs, antibiotics. They can't help you if Candida is to strike. You see, many of us continue to consume junk foods, unhealthy foods, even understanding after what it has in them. And the meat is talking about here. It's not talking about all meats, for those who don't understand. It's talking about unclean meats. And I want to make it clear because I know somebody who has been consuming beef and chicken and lamb because they believe in the laws, and they're good. And then I know somebody who consumes pork and shrimp and all these things, and they have yeast infections, have infections in the body, they have breakouts on the skin, and they live in good. Very exceptional comparisons. One believes in the law, one don't care about the law. The one that believe in the law, safe. The one that don't care about the law is dying. I want to call no names. So no one living right in Laramie. But anyways, let me continue. So it says, women tend to be most prone to this fungus infection. It says they erroneously call it a yeast infection. It can infect the vagina, resulting in vaginitis. If that's the itis, okay, right, itis, good. It says the most common symptom is a white, cheesy-like discharge. Damn. Right. And itching. A pregnant woman and or a mother can pass the infection to their child. Fungus infections appears as a red spot in white milk-like spot on the baby's tongue. That is what you call fungus. I think I missed which part. All right. Fungus infections of the throat is called thrush. It says there are many names of fungus infections such as athlete's foot, jock itch, diaper rash, ringworm, etc. There are many symptoms of it such as numb hands, legs, or face, constipation. Now you understand? Let's continue. Hyperthyroidism, diarrhea, abdominal pains, constant heartburns, nagging coughs, muscles and joint pain, canker sores, congestions, arthritis, activity, kidney and bladder infection. Kidney and bladder infection. Where you go further with? Okay. Hypoglycemia, depression, colic, etc. Many with Candida are highly sensitive to and cannot tolerate synthetic chemical odors, which is petroleum products like petroleum jelly and so on and so forth. It says exhaust fumes, rubber and or smoke from marijuana and tobacco. A person with Candida, this Candida disease should not eat fermented foods, beers, wine or cheese, or white sugar, or dried fruit, ham, alcohol, honey, high. You see, ham. That's the meat, right there. That's the meat. Alcohol, honey, high gluten grains, which is wheat, oats, rye, and barley. Bleached white flour or white rice, mushroom, soy sauce, chocolate, and yeast used for baking in foods. It says this requires reading the label of foods and supplements very carefully in order to avoid yeast and fermented ingredients. So now you understand what that meat was referring to. As you see, he wasn't referring to all meats, but what? Ham, pork. You're not supposed to be in that nonsense, as the scripture said. But let's continue. Now let's go down to get some information or some remedies about it. Firstly, what you see here is what? The information of the supplements carried down, as you see in grapeseed oil, garlic capsules, and so on and so forth. Multiple vitamins and mineral yeast. You see in the amount basically here. I'm not surprised that you might see lipase as well, which is plant-based digestive enzymes. Let's continue. Coenzyme Q. If you see, I hope this, I look at it. If I didn't see it, this is what it is. All right. Regardless of what, the remedies for Candida is clove tea. The herbs is clove tea, grapeseed oil, pau de aco, and uva ursi or uva ursi. And the food that you could consume is fresh cranberries, red cranberries, or cranberry juice. And these are what you could consume. And this is why the remedy is given. There's another one. Coconut oil. For those who don't know, coconut oil gets rid of Candida. You swish coconut oil in your mouth for at least 3 to 5 minutes. You spit that shit out. Do that for about a month. And if you have any thrush in your mouth, or any candidas in any part of your body, if you do that in the area, if you rub it in the area, it will go. It will dissipate. It will vanish, I would say, in better understanding. Right? So now let's continue. There's even more to it. But pause. Now we have a continuation of this remedy from dealing with Candida. And if you realize what is a digestive and intestinal issues, Candida, anise hyssop, black walnut, cascara sagrada, chocoy, duckweed, fireweed, goldenrod, lemon balm, moringa, oregano. Now before we continue, oregano is very powerful for getting rid of Candida. That broadleaf thyme that you have in your backyard, consume those every day. You can make it in a tea with clove and oregano tea, or you could even put in your foods and consume it. Your fruits, your blends and consume it. Very powerful. It says turkey tail mushroom, Usnea, if that's how it's pronounced, wild tassel, and wormwood. Now we're seeing a very simple understanding here with two ingredients that we know is in our parasite and blood cleanse. This remedy here is also something that you would want to take down, because this remedy is also very powerful. Not only that it gets rid of, it also builds your immune system back up via the moringa. So my advice, when you're making this, anise hyssop, your black walnut, your cascara sagrada, your chilcoy, your duckweed, your fireweed, your goldenrod, your lemon balm, your oregano, your wormwood, make sure they are in powder form. Mix them together. You can add your moringa powder with it. The only thing not to include in it is the turkey tail. That should be for consumption via eating. The rest, you mix those together. You take a proper full tablespoon. You put it in a cup, or you draw it basically, and you drink that drink 3 times a day. I've had a lady who was going through Candida problems consume the parasite and blood cleanse that I gave for a month, and her Candida problems were over. But of course, she would have seen major results before that. Now, the completion is it being completely over, of course, unless she decides to go back into her old habits of eating. Then we'll decalify that. It is what it is at that point. So let's contextualize that what we have been calling so far was what? Remedies to prolong your life. But not just any remedies. Water-soluble tannins. Herbs that are water-soluble. When you're consuming these things, you must intake at least 2 liters of water per day. Especially if you're going on a fast, no problem. If you could fast for the 5 to 7 days, but 5 to 7 days dealing with the full moon, you not only going to get rid of your candidas, but also the rest of your parasites. And we mentioned this to you all already. The first 3 days, you can do it even 5 days. The first 3 days or the first 2 days, you drink your parasite and your blood cleanse, and then the third day, you take a gut and cell cleanse. The day of the full moon, you take a parasite blood cleanse, but you have to fast. Before that, you eat your fruits and your veggies, and you take your parasite and blood cleanse. You can't consume any meat for those times. Of course, unless there is a feast, like the Passover or the cases, then no problem. And whatever I'm saying here is completely cut until that time is over. So let's continue. And then from there, that day of the full moon, you would fast and take your parasite and your blood cleanse. And then the 2 days after, then you continue, but the parasite and blood cleanse on the full moon, you take in the gut and cell cleanse at lunchtime, and you will see some parasites. And then, of course, you're fasting. You're not eating nothing. You're just drinking liquids, basically. Water and the parasite and blood cleanse, and the gut and cell cleanse eventually. And then the next 3 days, you do the same thing. Parasite and blood cleanse with your regular fruits and veggies, no meats. And after that, you take your gut and cell cleanse on the last day to flush out whatever remains that we might have in the system. Also, this would also go into your bloodstreams and begin to clear up many of the things that may cause diseases, of the root cause of many of these diseases. It's as straight and simple as that. Major improvements will be found on those that follow this remedy and program. Because we're seeing here that natural compounds in many plants inhibits the growth of this particular Candida auris. Can't fight it, can't dispute it. So guess what? Have to accept it. So now I want to do a simple breakdown of the parasite detox that I had recommend to see how powerful it is for these candidas. Right? Wormwood. Sweet wormwood, right? Why not sweet wormwood? Come on, why are you doing this? Oh, but I would look sweet wormwood after. But wormwood, which is known as Artemisa, or I think in the next one, anyways, whatever. As we see here, straight to the point, most effective, not necessarily highly effective, Candida albicans. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Let's go ineffective to see what more we could do. Right? It also does what? Carcinoma, blood malignant disease. Not only that, but as we see in here, parasites. It unalives your parasites. And now when you go lower down, here it says, most effective stomach ache, right? Highly effective, what you're looking for. Digestive issues or problems. Then when you go into effective, guess what you're seeing here? Antifungal, antibacterial, antiparasitic, beta. It's right there. Disinfectant. Antiseptic. Aromatic. Purgative. In more understanding, these are what the things that you parasiticide. These are the things that you'll be looking for. Insecticidal. These are the things that you'll be looking for to get rid of your candidas. There's no disputing that. Now, when you go further, you see with mark here, combination, black walnut. Let's go into black walnut right now because that is part of the ingredients. First, we have wormwood, then we have black walnut. Let's go into that. Black walnut. Thyroid problems and what? Malignant disease. Now, let's go into it. Candida albicans and candidiasis. You can't make this up. So now let's continue. Let's go lower down. We're looking for certain things, right? You know I'm talking about parasites, basically. Even eczemas as well, right there. Fungal nails, right there. I'm looking for it. Infections, no, very good, very good. Oral herpes, very good as well, right there. Very good as well. Ringworm. That's where it comes in. Ringworms. Psoriasis. Very good. Ringworm right there. Tapeworm right next to it. Whitlow as well. These are the things that you'll be looking for. Now, when you go into the actions of it, listen to what it says. Not the most effective, digestive, but the effective, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-malignant disease, anti-inflammatory, anti-parasitic, antiseptic, antiviral, detoxant, laxative, parasiticide. They can't make this up. There are herbs that are here that Yahweh had put forth from the beginning and we still use today to get rid of these diseases from our body because of poor eating and because of one of the most important things, defiled foods. So now let's see the combination of black walnut, and I hope the sweet wormwood right there. I mean, come on. And I was going into after. We can't make this up. Sweet wormwood. Look at what it says here. Multiple malignant disease remedies. Most effective against malaria. And then as you go further, looking for more information about it. I hope they have it here. If they don't, it's still supposed to be powerful. I'll looking. They didn't have much information on sweet wormwood here, man. I didn't like that. But as you go lower down, it says what? Antifungal, antiviral. Understand where I'm coming from? Anti-mutagenic. That is the most effective. When you go lower down, you're seeing what? Antibacterial, antiparasitic, immunity booster, high in iron. These are the things that you'll be looking for. But now let's go into what we know as clove, because that's the third ingredient: wormwood, black walnut, and clove. Let's type in clove, I guess. Doesn't matter, clove is clove, right? No, it's supposed to see. Let's I'm gonna grab it. Let's see if I get it. I think it doesn't matter which one is leaf, whatever the case is. Now they may not show it here for whatever weird reason, but we did this before and it was here. So maybe it's a clove. But anyways, let's go it up. It says toothache, right? And you go for bad breath, which is caused by thrush, as we know. Of course, also maybe a digestive issue or even backed up colon. This also causes these things. But many cases, high Candida causes bad breath, for those who don't know. As you go further, I'm going to look for it. Indigestion and pain, throat, irritability. I'm looking. Candidiasis. So like it. Acid reflux. As you go lower down, I'm looking for parasites, basically. Of course, so I'm looking for it. Salakia. Bear with me. Oral herpes. Right there and there, right? Oral herpes. You can't make this up. Oral thrush, right there, literally. Oral thrush, which we just said. Can't make this up. Looking. This normally have a parasite at the end. And cloves tend to get rid of it, but it doesn't matter. It's supposed to be roundworm, but maybe in the clove oil would have the roundworm, but regardless of what, it still gets rid of roundworm, for those who don't know, or flukeworm. Let me say it the right way. Flukeworm. But let's continue. Like we lower down. Most effective antioxidant. Then we have antiviral and expectorant. You see that? Now when you go further in the effective list for the actions of the clove, look at what is seen here. Antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, detoxant, parasiticide, immunity booster, germicide, digestive, blood purifier, aromatic, antiseptic, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, anti-malignant disease. We cannot make this up. 3 ingredients so far that shows that it actually gets rid of Candida auris. But no, that's not all. So let's continue. Then we have what we know as chaparral. You pronounce it, I spell it wrong, right? Right there. Chaparral. And chaparral is a very powerful plant. Indigestion, malignant disease, no problem. Now let's go into it. Straight to the point. Bad breath. Athlete's foot. You seen all them things they were just called before. Most important, Candida albicans and candidiasis. Can't make it up. As you go further, let me read it. Malignant disease, constipation, as you see as one of the effects of Candida. But anyways, I'm looking. Eczema, fungal nails, genital herpes, right there. I'm looking. You're going lower down just to prove more of the points. There's supposed to be some parasites coming down. Ringworm, right there, as you see. I don't see no more. Tapeworm, right there. Skin rash. I'm telling you, these are things you'll be looking for to know for sure. And as you go lower down, most effective, the actions, parasiticide. See? Parasiticide. Anti-dandruff. Anti-inflammatory. Antioxidant. Antiviral. Blood purifier. Expectorant. Immunity booster. Antiseptic. Antiparasitic. Antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-malignant disease, and antibacterial. Then let me go into the blessed thistle. There's many powerful herbal remedies for this, but which I already give at least 2 or 3 remedies. But this is basics. Basically, this is the basics for that blessed thistle right here. So okay. Blessed thistle. The ability is the super effective, which is good. Then we have we're looking for the malignant disease, which you see that, you know, okay, all right. Then when you look, candidiasis, right there. You really can't fight that. Let's go lower down. We have what? Herpes. Literally, as you go down, we're seeing it there. Looking. Malaria. Looking. Rabies. Ringworm. Looking. Smallpox. Syphilis. And as you go lower down, it tells you here, highly effective antibacterial, antiviral, anti-malignant disease, blood purifier. And when you go into the effectiveness, guess what you're seeing here? Anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, aromatic, detoxant, expectorant, and immunity booster. Can't make this up. So far we have wormwood. black walnut, clove, chaparral, blessed thistle. Let's go into neem. So neem, super effective against malignant diseases of the reproductive system, right? Most effective, candidiasis, right there. You cannot make it up. Then as you go highly effective, bad breath, dandruff, insect bite, which, I mean, come on, it's more of the external fact. But anyways, as you go further, I'm looking for it. Athlete's foot. But let go lower down. I want to look for the parasites that I'm looking for really and truly. Eczema. Infections. I'm looking for the parasites as well. Ringworm. You have smallpox. Then we have yellow teeth. Them. Cheesy teeth, as it's called. Cheesy teeth. When you go lower down, most effective, blood purifier. Antiseptic is highly effective. And expectorant as well. And effective, a very long list. Let's see what it has. Antibacterial, anti-dandruff, anti-malarial, antioxidant, detoxant, insecticidal. See that? When you go into the next side, immunity booster, antiviral, digestive, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal. So we see in here so far that it's working out very well. Wormwood, black walnut, clove, blessed thistle, chaparral, neem. Now you can either include in this one, you can include oregano, but I would rather you consume that more of a base part of your diet. You understand? The broadleaf thyme, and then you cut it up. I'll tell you your fruits and your veggies or your cases when you're doing your program, and you have nothing to worry about. Really and truly. But let me get I'll grab 2 more herbs that does let me see if I can get, I think I had one more thing here. Somewhere here, so I'll continue going up. It was very, very near. Yeah, looking for it, I can't find it now. I thought I put that somewhere. I think it's on this side. I put it wrong. Probably this side. Yeah, it could be this side. So hold on, so lucky. Bear with me a little bit. Bear with me. Is it here? Or is it the next book? No, I will wait for it to put my head regardless, but I just want to make sure. Alright, what about the top of my head? You can also get sarsaparilla for a high intake of iron. Right? In the parasite and blood cleanser. I'm gonna get him. I don't know. I mean, this is more or less for nutrients, which is iron. Sarsaparilla. Alright. I don't think this anything with thing, but let me check. Regardless of what, the main focus for this is for the iron. Damn, it didn't know it's powerful, and nobody knows it's this powerful. Okay. Oral herpes and thing. Alright. I ain't expected to get rid of parasites, but if it does, like damn. Alright, let's continue. Okay. Anti-mutagenic. Well, you see, antifungal, okay, well, you see, let me read this part. Antifungal, anti-mutagenic, and aromatic, detoxant, laxative. When you go to the next side, immune booster, most important germicide. Didn't even know that. Blood purifier, and knew that. Antiseptic, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. So this is also a very good herb for that. But the most important thing I was looking for is the iron. The concentration of iron in it. That is what I was looking for. It's very powerful, as you can see. Oh, come on. It has a very high amount of iron. For those who don't know, look into it. It has a very high amount of iron, which is very good for healing after. So you would add sarsaparilla to it. So this one will go further from sarsaparilla, and then you could add your fennel after, which is the last but not least. Fennel seed, I guess. Fennel seeds. And super effective, colic. And when you go into this, you mark what bad breath. And as you go further, they may not have it here as candidiasis or Candida albicans, but or albiacan, how it's pronounced over the cases. But when I go into what is the effective? Look at the effectiveness. Let's see. They may not tell you, but there are signs that you could know if it's very good for these things. But this is more to cut your appetite, preventing excessive eating and allowing you to have more control over what you consume. That is the main point of it. But let's go into the actions of it, because that is the main point. Aromatic, which is very good to get rid of these things. As you go further, antimicrobial, anti-malignant, anti-parasitic, very powerful. Blood purifier, damn, I really didn't know. Blood purifier, look at immunity booster, purgative, laxative, same thing, expectorant, digestive, detoxant, betas, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antibacterial. This is a very powerful herb. So this is a completion of the candidiasis lesson. I would advise y'all take notes and write this thing down, because as the scriptures say, right? And he gave men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works, with such that he heal men and take away their pains. That is the main point, as we always draw to y'all. Then give place to physician, for Yahweh had created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. For there is a time when in their hands there is good success. For they shall also pray unto Yahweh that he would prosper that which they give for ease and for remedies to prolong your life. So ultimately, at the end, we must have faith and trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that we ask him for what? That whatever we administer would prolong and be as a cure or heal or to heal you, so you can have a longer life to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Main point. Because as you remember, the scripture say what? I kill and I make alive, I wound and I what? Heal. All healing comes from the Heavenly Father. So ultimately, having faith and trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and his creation, and for those who have the ears to hear and to receive it, when these things, you don't have to wait for these things to happen to take it early. So when these things happen, it will be less effective to you, because in a case of Candida, if your Candida reach into a control level or below its basic level, and this disease come about, it's less likely for you to be affected. That is the truth. They don't want to tell you that. If they told you that, you would have took your dart a little bit more serious. They don't want to tell you that. So I will tell you that as it is. And as you continue, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hands of the physician. So I hope this lesson was indeed edifying. I hope you receive these multiple remedies to help prolong your life, as is the will of the Heavenly Father. And as we close off, we say Shalom, Yasharala, Kal, Halalyam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of GMS Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for the break forth the 100% truth that being currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, Tabernacle of David, and I'm your boy Kazak Yasharala, continuing this herb talk at another time, saying to you, Shalom.